Sophia had always been unlucky in love. In high school, boys overlooked her. In college, the relationship she tried to build ended before they even had a chance to grow. At 32, she couldn't even remember the last time someone had held her hand. She wasn't bad looking, and she wasn't unkind. But love just never seemed to find her. Her friend Leah often teased her about it. "You're too picky," Leah would say. "Or maybe you're cursed," she joked one afternoon while they had coffee after work. "Maybe I am cursed," Sophia replied, half serious. "Nothing ever works out for me." Leah leaned in, lowering her voice like she was about to share a big secret. "You know, there's someone who might be able to help. Her name's Mama Ruth. She's not a therapist or anything, but people say she can, help things along." Sophia raised an eyebrow. "Help things along how?" Leah shrugged. "She has these charms and potions. I don't know how it works, but a girl I know swears she met her husband after visiting Mama Ruth." Sophia laughed it off at first. The idea of a love potion seemed ridiculous. But as the weeks went by and her loneliness grew heavier, she found herself thinking about it more and more. What if it worked? What if this Mama Ruth could change her life? One rainy Saturday, Sophia found herself standing in front of a tiny, run-down shop on the edge of town. The sign above the door was so faded she could barely read it. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of herbs and something metallic. Mama Ruth was a small woman with grey hair pulled into a bun. Her piercing eyes seemed to look right through Sophia. "I know why you're here," Mama Ruth said before Sophia could even speak. "You want love?" Sophia hesitated. "Yes. I feel like I'm never going to find it." Mama Ruth nodded, her expression unreadable. "I have something that can help," she said, reaching for a small glass vial filled with a pink liquid. "This is a love charm. Add a few drops to the drink of the man you desire, and his heart will be yours forever." Sophia stared at the vial, her stomach twisting with both excitement and fear. "Is it safe? Does it really work?" "It works," Mama Ruth said firmly. "But be warned, it's permanent. Once the charm takes hold, there's no undoing it." Sophia thought about it for a long moment. She imagined Liam, the charming and confident man she'd been secretly admiring for months. They worked in the same building, and she always found excuses to bump into him. But he never seemed to notice her in that way. "How much?" Sophia finally asked. Mama Ruth smiled. $50. Sophia handed over the cash and walked out with the vial tucked into her purse, feeling both nervous and hopeful. That night, there was a party at a coworker's house. Liam was going to be there, and Sophia decided it was the perfect opportunity. She dressed carefully, choosing a dress that made her feel confident. She slipped the vial into her purse and practiced what she would say to Liam in her head. At the party, she spotted him almost immediately. He was laughing with a group of people, his easy charm on full display. Sophia poured a glass of wine and carefully added a few drops of the pink liquid. Her hands shook as she made her way toward him. But before she could reach him, someone bumped into her, spilling the wine all over his shirt. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," Sophia said, flustered. "It's okay," the man said, smiling awkwardly as he tried to wipe the wine off. It was Daniel, a quiet guy she recognized from the building next door. He wasn't bad looking, but he was shy and a little awkward. "Here, let me get you another drink," Sophia said, grabbing another glass of wine. Without thinking, she handed it to him, the same glass she had poured the charm into. Before she could stop him, Daniel took a sip. The change was almost immediate. The next day, Daniel showed up at her door with flowers. He was shy at first, but as the days went on, his feelings became more intense. He called her constantly, left notes on her car, and showed up at her job just to see her. At first, Sophia thought it was sweet. But soon, it became overwhelming. Daniel's love wasn't romantic, it was obsessive. He wanted to know where she was at all times, who she was with, and what she was doing. He talked about their future together, about marriage and children, as if it were already decided. Sophia tried to let him down gently, but he wouldn't listen. When she tried to avoid him, he cried and begged her not to leave. She felt trapped. Desperate, she went back to Mama Ruth's shop, but it was empty. The door was locked, and a "for rent" sign hung in the window. Sophia realized she was stuck. The charm couldn't be undone. Months passed, and Daniel's love never wavered. Eventually, Sophia gave in. She married him, not because she loved him, but because she couldn't see any other way out. Over the years, she learned to live with her decision. Daniel was devoted to her, but his love felt heavy, like a chain around her neck. She often thought about the night at the party and wondered what might have happened if she had been more careful. The love charm had worked, just not the way she had hoped. And for the rest of her life, Sophia lived with the consequences of trying to force something that should have come naturally.